So I want to interview Marlys and Michele. Marlys, tell us a little bit about who you are and your role at the church. Michele, tell us a little bit about who you are and your role at the church.
My name is Marlys Fruhling. I'm the Director of Missions and Outreach at our church in Cedar Rapids, Marion, Iowa. And I work with our mission teams. I do all kinds of things, but Alpha program missions, all kinds of things like that.
My name's Michele Jones, and I work with our short-term missions team, work with the mission leaders in the church, and just kind of as a helper with anything that needs done, I guess.
So Marlys, tell the group a little bit about how you got acquainted with Significant Matters and got into this.
We're a church that's, well, at least the mission people have read Toxic Charity. We've read Helping Without Hurting. We've used that to train all our mission teams as we're going on short-term missions. And we were preparing for a mission Sunday this fall, and I was going online thinking, well, who could we bring in to help our church move beyond helping without hurting? How can we get more people to understand what this means? And I came across Bob Lupton's book, and then I came across Significant Matters, and then I started reading and watching some videos, and I said, I'm going to call and see if Tom might be able to come and have a workshop and speak to our whole congregation and get more people on board with what this all means.
Who else was there besides folks from St. Mark's?
We had a leader from United Way of Eastern Iowa came. We had our mission partners that we have in Haiti. They happen to be in the States on sabbatical right now, so they came to the conference. We had local churches, around six to eight local churches that came. And then a lot of members of our congregation that were just interested in what that next step was.
It was a lot of good information, but Tom did a great job. What we really enjoyed was the talk around the tables and hearing how does our church really fit into this? What categories are things in that we're doing presently, and where should we be moving? And having more people catch that vision, that was really helpful.
Yeah, especially being able to put the missions that we're supporting into categories, because a lot of times you think a lot of things you're doing is developing and sustaining, but when you really broke it down, you were able to see that it was in bettering people's lives, but it wasn't a sustainable solution. So it was really good to kind of break that down and then see, well, we got a long ways to go in that third category to get to that sustainable solutions.
So when the workshop's about a 6-hour workshop, and so did you get it all figured out in those 6 hours?
No, it was rather overwhelming, to be honest, but it gave you hope and gave you a framework where to start and where to go.
And have you heard any response? It's been about a week now. Have you heard much response? Was it negative or positive or a little mix of both?
It's been very positive, and we're really excited to get together and really take a look at, okay, what's next? Where is God leading us? How do we bring more business-minded people into missions and just sharing the whole thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, especially for our family. We're small business owners, and my husband has a wealth of business experience. But him being able to use those skills for the church is something that he hasn't experienced before. So when we got home, I was just tired, but he kept talking a lot about it. So he was really excited about the possibilities to use those skills that he was given for Christ's mission.
And we have a new pastor come to our church in less than 2 weeks, and after being here, it's just, well, we need to share every bit of this with him and see where his leadership will go with it.
So what was one of your biggest takeaways?
Well, I think just really looking at what all the gifts and skills are of our people at our church and trying to match those with needs. And it's not just about doing mission work, it's about matching up what gifts God has given us with what the needs are that are in our community and far beyond.
Yeah, I think it's just like what I said before, being able to use those skills that we have as business men and women, and not just as the volunteer experience, but using our transformed hearts to serve Christ in that space, to serve others for his kingdom. And so to us, it's just a really exciting concept to just kind of cast that vision and see where we're at in 3 years, like you say.
And really what we're trying to do is just simply explain the framework that mission exists within. And there's a tremendous logic around it and everything, but part of it, we want them to walk away with a sense of being overwhelmed, because the kinds of things that we're talking about for churches does not happen overnight. Certainly doesn't happen over a weekend. Our experience has been that it takes 2 to 3 years to just change the trajectory of a church that's used to doing missions. And it takes 3 to 5 years for a church to actually change the DNA. And so part of what we want to do is create a realistic expectation around this. This isn't a placebo. There's a lot of work, but it is absolutely doable for churches that are willing to do it.